Hello and welcome to High Vibe Money and Magic, your business blueprint. As you start coming in to the webinar, please let us know where you're calling in from, where you're watching from. We would love to hear where you are, and we'll be getting started here in the next 45 seconds. As you are coming in, just let us know where you're watching from. We would love to know. And we're going to get started here shortly with the High Vibe Money and Magic, your business blueprint webinar. All right, let's go. We are ready to get started. As people keep coming in, please let us know where you are watching from. We would love to hear, but we're going to go ahead and get started because I want to make sure we honor everyone's time. Welcome to the High Vibe Money and Magic, your business blueprint. This is not just another business strategy session. Today, we are diving deep into how to build a business that not only works, but feels aligned with your highest self. At High Vibe CEO, we take a fusion approach, merging business with mindfulness. That means that we take the power of positive thinking, we take positive mindset, we take meditation, grounding techniques, and seeking within, and we merge that with proven business strategies and action steps. Because here is what I believe. We have all the answers already inside of us. We just have to listen. This session is all about shifting the way you think about business, the way you think about wealth, so you can break out of struggle and step into abundance. If you've ever felt like success was meant for other people, but not you, I want to tell you right now that is an absolute lie. And today I'm going to show you how to break free from that. I'll be sharing the exact blueprint that took me from struggling financially to six figures in my first 10 months in business. That is all while, just living a normal life, right? Like navigating all the norms of life. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to do that and how to do it without burnout. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's dive in. So first, I want to tell you a little bit about me. So please bear with me. This will take a few minutes, but it is pivotal in understanding the steps it took to get me here. And I think it will really resonate with most of you. My name is Janine Roberts, and I'm the founder of High Vibe CEO. I'm also the owner of Life by Design Virtual Solutions. And I didn't always believe that success was for me. I grew up very poor in the hills of Eastern Kentucky. My dad was a coal miner. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. We did not have much at all. And I was raised with the belief that people like us worked. We worked jobs, right? We worked jobs. We lived paycheck to paycheck. We survived. And, with the hopes of one day retiring, maybe, in our 60s or 70s, if we were lucky. I never thought about owning a business. That was for other people who came from money, people who had connections, people who were lucky. So I never tried when I was younger. I simply settled. I worked in restaurants in my late teens, early 20s, just going through the motions, just working for the paycheck and then barely surviving. Most months were very, very tight. There was more month than there was money. And then something started to shift. I wanted better for my kids. I thought maybe if I could just get a better job. This was around probably my mid 20s. And, I had 3 kids at this point. And I'd always had, leadership skills. Some call it bossy, whatever. But I just didn't know how to use them, right? And I didn't know, you know, that I even could. So, um, but here's the kicker is I felt something within me. I felt something. I knew there had to be something better. So I started, thinking about, okay, well, maybe I just need a better job, right? Maybe I need to, look into being in management. And so that's what I did. And I got a better job. And I went for a management position and, and got a raise, maybe $10,000 more than minimum wage. And I was flying high. I thought, you know what? I've made it. Considering where I came from, that felt like so much to me back then. My husband and I were both, raised very poor. So we shared this poverty consciousness mindset. We figured, we'd work hard, keep our heads down, and maybe, just maybe, by the time we retired at, 60, 65, 70, we'd finally get to travel a little bit and enjoy life. Then in 2009, things started changing. I think I was 30, I guess, 30 years old in 2009. And I was scrolling the internet and I saw an ad for a business opportunity. It of course sounded too good to be true, but something in me said, what if? What if? So I jumped in, used a credit card with $1,000 that we absolutely could not afford. Now, let me be real with you. I did not make very much money from that business opportunity, from that first business venture. Actually, I lost money. Uh, you know, I lost, I don't know how many, a few $1,000s because I worked this business for a couple years and kept investing in it. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel here because, in fact, I didn't make any real success happen from that business. But what I gained was something far more valuable. This business introduced me to the world of mindset and personal growth. I didn't even know such a thing existed. I didn't know what personal development was back then. They used a trainer who talked about rewiring your limiting beliefs, your mindset, and really work on growing you personally as a human, right? Like as a person, just to be a better person, a better version of you. And that was very foreign to me, very foreign. But I found a way to attend a live event. I believe it was Washington, D.C. in 2010. And that event started something in me, started some kind of change in me. And for the first time, I started to believe that maybe, just maybe, I could be successful. I could start a business that is successful. I could make something of myself more so than just settling in a job of survival. Maybe I didn't have to work for someone else for the rest of my life. Maybe I could build my own wealth instead of building up my employers. That one shift from impossible to what if set everything in motion. Now, over the next few years, I started several business ventures. Some made a little money. Most of them I lost money. I couldn't understand why I wasn't getting anywhere because my mindset had shifted. I'd started believing, I'd started thinking, well, maybe, I started thinking, what if, what if it can work? So my mindset was better, but I still wasn't really getting anywhere. And, I had some belief that it was possible, but I was really, in reality, I was still only halfway in. Then, something happened in 2020. That was my year. 2020, another big shift happened. I made a decision. That's all. That's all it was. It was a decision. I left a low paying management job and I told myself, I am never working for someone else again. And it changed my life. I said, I'm going to build my own business. Enough is enough. And that decision was pivotal and changed our lives forever. And the crazy part, this was during COVID. Like COVID had just started. Businesses were shutting down left and right. But I was done. I was done playing small. I just wanted to work for me. I wanted to be in control of my schedule, of my time. And at this point, when I first started, I just wanted to replace the $30,000 salary that I was making before. Plus, I wanted a little extra for travel money. That's it. I thought if I can just find a couple clients, I can work from home for myself on my own time and travel with my family. Month 1, I got my first 2 clients. Month 2, another client. Month 3, 2 more clients. Within 6 months, I had gotten so busy. I had more work than I could handle, and it was time to hire my first team member. Then, within 10 months, I hit 100K. I hit 6 figures in 10 months in this business. What changed? I already had mindset shift years earlier. What changed this time was decision. Decision, the power of decision. Are you hearing me? Please get this. It's about shifting your mindset, but then it's about a choice, making the decision. And then it kept growing. Within another year, we had a team of 6 or 7. We had about 20 clients and a thriving business, all because I made that decision to stop waiting and take it. Then, about 3 years ago, something else happened, another big shift, a spiritual awakening. Most of my life was spent in religion. The early part of my life was in pretty strict religion. And then later in life, I also was, in religion, Christianity, and I had a spiritual awakening, and I discovered meditation, grounding, mindfulness, how to seek within, how to reach out to my spirit guides, how to let go of man-made rules and man-made religion, and to dive deep into the spiritual part of me, to learn to, reach out to my higher self, oversoul, whatever you want to call that, and to really connect with God in a way I'd never done before, because before I was stuck in rules of man. And after the awakening, I was free to just be me and to really connect with source or God or the universe, the divine, whatever you want to call it. And discovering meditation and grounding and mindfulness changed my business even more. That's why I created High Vibe CEO, to teach other women how to collapse the time frame and achieve in months what took me years to figure out. I combine spiritual alignment and proven business strategies to help women create real wealth without burnout. Now, enough about me. let's talk about the blueprint. Let's get into the high vibe money and magic blueprint, the 5 main steps that I used to create my success. Number 1, master your mindset. Let's begin with the most important element, which is your mind. What's between your ears? Your beliefs are the foundation of your success. If you don't believe that success is possible for you, it will be much harder to create it. So, how do we shift that? Well, first, we are going to start with a grounding exercise. I want to get your head in the right space to receive this information. All right, so before we dive in with the steps, let's take a moment to ground. So I want to ask you to close your eyes. Unless you're driving, don't close your eyes if you're driving. But if you're in a space where you can, close your eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again, deep breath in and out. I want you to imagine a golden light surrounding you, calming and steadying your energy. With each inhale, feel yourself drawing in confidence, drawing in abundance, and with each exhale, release any doubts or fears or worries. Feel yourself rooted firmly in the earth, knowing that you are supported, knowing that you are loved, knowing that you are worthy. Now, focus on your heart center, your heart space, and I want you to take another big inhale in and release. Another inhale in, allowing in the good, the positive, allowing in abundance and success, allowing in belief. And then exhale and breathe out any negativity, anything that does not serve you, let it go. Now, you can slowly open your eyes again, and we are ready to go. All right, so let's begin. Success starts with belief. That's where you start. You have to believe that you can succeed. You have to believe that it's possible. You have to shift from the I can't to the what if. What if I can? What if I can? What if it works? Recognize your limiting beliefs. Pay attention to the thoughts that come up when you start to think about success. How often are you thinking negative thoughts about yourself or your business or the thought of starting a business? Start journaling these thoughts and challenge them. Start shifting from I can't to what if. Now, next is rewire those limiting beliefs. Rewire them into empowering thoughts. Rewire them for abundance. When a negative thought comes in, you can consciously replace it with a positive one. Remember, we already talked about making a choice, a decision. You can make the decision to replace it with a positive thought. So when a negative thought comes in, replace it with a positive one. It is your choice. Practice affirmations daily that support your success. Things like, I am worthy of success. I am capable of creating my dream business. Feel the energy of those words filling your heart and your soul and your mind. Say, I am attracting abundance to myself effortlessly. Start small. Begin by taking small actions that prove to yourself that success is possible. Celebrate all the wins, even the small ones, as they are evidence of your potential. And start rewiring those limiting beliefs. Mindset shifts take time, but by staying consistent, you will feel the transformation every time you replace a limiting belief with one of empowerment and positivity. You are rewiring your mind for success, and consistency is the key to that. All right, let's go on to step 2, building a strong business foundation. So this next part is all about creating that solid foundation that keeps your business strong and keeps your business growing. Just like building a home, the structure you set today will allow you to grow without the risk of collapsing later. So here's what you can focus on. Getting organized. Start by organizing your business operations. Create clear workflows for marketing, sales, client management, all those things. Feel the clarity and peace that comes with having everything in order. Organization is so important. Next would be automate repetitive tasks. So automate what you can. I mean, you can't automate everything, but you can automate some things. Identify maybe some repetitive tasks that can be automated, like emails, invoices, social media scheduling, things like that. Use AI to generate captions for your social media, things like that. Anything that can be automated, automate it. Set clear goals. Set specific, measurable goals and track your progress weekly, maybe daily in the beginning, to keep yourself on task and to keep yourself focused. Monitor, and track. This will give you a better sense of accomplishment, and it'll show you where to pivot if needed. Like there's always times we need to change things. Sometimes we try things and they don't work, and you just pivot. You don't quit. You don't stop. You pivot. And then lastly is delegate and focus on growth. As soon as possible, hire or outsource tasks that are outside your zone of genius. You need to be working in your zone of genius. Hiring gives you the freedom to focus on what you do best, and it supports the growth of your business. Now, you can automate a lot of things using AI. So I would say do that first. But then there's things you can't automate, or maybe you can automate them, but maybe you don't have time to set up all the automation. So that's what you would hire someone to help you with, those admin duties that you don't have time to do. You are building an empire. You are a CEO of a multi-million-dollar organization. That's how you have to think. You have to think long term. You have to think, I am a multi-million-dollar business owner, CEO. I do not have time to do the admin work. So delegate. That is the next step. By setting up these strong foundations, you'll be prepared for expansion once it's time. The foundation you create now will support the growth of your business for years to come. Entrepreneurs think ahead. Business owners, CEOs, they think ahead. You think in 5 years, not in this year or this month, because that is a scarcity mentality. You have to think in larger numbers. You have to think in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Where do you want your business to be? All right, step 3, attract, don't chase clients or customers. All right, so this one is a biggie. Let's talk about your brand and marketing strategy. The key here is that marketing isn't about chasing people. You run people off when you chase them. It's about attracting them. A lot of people get this backwards and they chase. You want them to come to you. So here's how you create a brand that naturally attracts your ideal clients. So number 1, define your brand identity. What makes you unique? What values do you want to embody in your business? Start by creating messaging that speaks directly to your ideal client's desires and pain points. Next is create content that connects and that resonates. Share your story, your expertise, and the value you bring. Why do they need to purchase from you? Why do they need to sign up with you? They need to know what you offer that is of value to them. So create content that connects with them, whether that's through social media or blog posts or email marketing. Just make sure the content you send out speaks from the heart. And lastly, on this is optimize social media and SEO. So leveraging SEO is so important. Optimizing your website and your content to attract organic traffic is very important for a business owner. Your presence online can be a magnet for your ideal clients, but you won't need to chase them if you have optimized SEO and organic traffic coming in. You won't need to chase them. They will come to you. So make sure that you have your website optimized. And then engage on social media. Choose platforms where your ideal clients hang out and show up consistently with valuable content. Engage in conversation and build genuine relationships. A lot of people think, oh, I'll just throw some posts up and then they're, wondering why in the world didn't my business grow? Well, it's because you didn't make it personal. You didn't connect. You didn't make them feel like you cared or that they needed what you provide, whether that's a service offer or product or whatever. So they have to feel it. Most sales of any kind are emotional. It's about how you make them feel. So make them feel like they are important, and you can do that by engaging in social media. Actually reach out, send a message when someone comments, reply to their comment, and just, it doesn't have to be anything extreme, but just something to let them know, oh, she saw me. She saw me. And everyone just wants to be seen and heard. So it's so important when you're marketing anything to really provide value and make your client feel seen and heard. All right, next is step 4, scale without burnout. Oh my goodness, this is a biggie. This one took me a long time to get because I have a tendency to be a workaholic and work myself into the ground. And delegation wasn't always easy for me. It's much easier now. I have a wonderful team that works with me, and they do an amazing job. But delegation was not always easy for me, and not working all the time is something that I have really had to work on for myself. Scaling doesn't mean working harder. It really is about working smarter. So let's talk a little bit about how to scale without burning out. Outsource early. So once you see that your business is growing, hire or bring in maybe freelancers or contractors as soon as possible to handle admin tasks, customer support, things like that. This really allows you to focus on higher level strategic decisions that will grow your business. Remember, you are the CEO. So if you start getting busy enough that you need help with these things, hire early. Next is systemize your processes, automate and streamline. Look at your business processes. Where are they at currently? If you have any written down, if you don't, I highly suggest writing down your processes and getting them into SOPs or policies. But look at your processes and identify what can be automated, what can be standardized, such as client onboarding, invoicing, content creation. Streamline wherever you can. And one way to do that is to create process documents. So SOPs. And that way, when you do start hiring, your people who you hire will have a good foundation to start with. So if you create processes now, even if it's just you in the business, it makes you more consistent and focused if you have a process that you follow. Because if you don't have processes that you follow, then you're going to do it differently each time. So let's say for clients, you have a process in your head. Like, okay, so I send over a welcome email, I send over the contract, send them maybe, whatever, your W-9 or I-9, I think it's called. And you have this process, but it's all in your head. So you forget things. And that means the next time you onboard a client, you're like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do this, I was supposed to do that. And you don't really have a system. So systems and processes are so important. And the same thing if you are hiring contractors. If you hire one and you don't follow the same process when you hire the next one, you're going to forget things. So make sure you automate and you streamline all your processes. Next is leverage passive income. So create content or products that work for you over time. So depending on what your business is, maybe you sell products or maybe you sell services or whatever. If you are in a business where everything is either a one-time sale or you have to do all the work to get to get everything done, then you're really not in business. It's almost like you're working a job because you are dependent on either sales or, a service that you provide to a client. So it's really good to create some things that you can help to, get some passive income going. So it could be digital products, or it could be a service that is recurring monthly, like a retainer package. It could be, maybe create an ebook, or maybe create some kind of templates for whatever it is that you do. Maybe you're a graphic designer, so maybe you could create some templates for designs that you sell as well as offer your services. If you are, let's say you do HR, maybe you could create some SOP templates that you sell as a package that people can purchase at any time. And then you also, have your other side of your business where you're actually doing the HR work. So there's a lot of ways you can do that, but figuring out a few ways to have passive income along with your business is crucial to keeping business flowing and keeping business growing. And by scaling, you'll be able to grow your business while still maintaining your health and your energy without getting burnout. All right, the final step is cultivate CEO habits. This is very important. Your daily habits will determine your success. Here are a few to cultivate. Morning routine. Setting a morning routine. Now, it doesn't have to be what everyone else is doing. Sometimes we get into this comparison thing where we're like, okay, well, this leader in the industry I'm in, they do this, and so I should do this. No, this is your business. Let's set it how you want it. Set what works for you. So a morning routine, it's really about setting your day with intention, setting and starting your day with intention. It's so important to start your day with intention because, well, first of all, it's powerful in just how your energy is, right? Like you just feel so much more positive, and it just gives you, a good mood when you set your intention. But it also really sets the how the day will go, right? The day just goes much better when you set an intention. So I do want to say, do you though. You do you. Don't fall into that comparison game. You do you. What works best for you. But do it consistently. Whether it's meditation, journaling, exercise, I don't know, whatever you want that daily routine to be, that morning routine, you set that morning routine, but then stick to it. Stick to it. Do it consistently. Do something that sets a positive tone for the day. I personally start my day with coffee. That's important to me. I start my morning with coffee doing nothing. I just get up, I get my coffee. My husband actually packs it to me. He's amazing. And then I just, don't do anything. I just sit there. Sometimes I'll scroll Facebook, or sometimes I'll just, sit and reflect on the day before or something, right? Like I don't hold myself to this standard of saying I have to do it this way because these leaders do it this way. No, hell no. I'm going to do it my way because this is my business. So start with coffee and just reflection time, or just, chill time. And then I move on to the meditation and journaling and, and then my work day. So yeah, so you set that for what works for you. Don't compare yourself to other people. You do what works for you. Next is time blocking and staying focused. So schedule your day so that you're prioritizing tasks that align with your business and where you want to go, rather than, reacting to distractions. If you don't time block, if you don't schedule, then you're going to get pulled away by distractions. You'll get pulled in a million different ways and you won't get anything done. And you'll lose track of tasks that you need to do that you'll forget about. So time blocking and getting it all on your schedule is so important to get things done. Now, not to say that, maybe something happens and you need to move something on your schedule. That's fine. I do it all the time. I'm constantly shifting things around on my schedule. But I have everything blocked out so that I don't forget anything, and so that I do set it a priority to do it. So there's certain things on my calendar. I use Google Calendar. Certain things on my calendar are in red. That means they are very important. They have to be done. They are more urgent. And then all of my meetings are in purple. That way I don't forget, like, oh, I have to be here at this time because there's a meeting I've got to hop on. And then my regular tasks are in blue. And then my travel is in green anytime I'm traveling. And then anything I do with my family is in yellow. So I don't always put family events on the calendar, but a lot of times I do, because I will forget things because I get so caught up in, in the business or in work that I will forget certain things if I don't block it. So my calendar keeps my life under control. And it's just so important to make sure that you block out time for not only work, but the important things, going somewhere with family, going out to eat with family, or going and visiting a certain person, or going to, I don't know, an event. Maybe you're going to a play or something like that. And then also I add to my calendar my meditation, my exercise. I add those things in because if I don't, my day will get away from me and I will forget to do them and they just won't happen. So setting everything in your calendar is super important. Do it your way. Do you. Don't compare to others, but do something, right? Set something in place, because that is what CEOs do. That is what successful people do. They time block and they keep track of all their things. They know what they're doing every day. All right. Next is prioritizing self-care and sustainability. So part of this is goal setting, right? Like setting short-term and long-term goals for every area of your life, your business, but also your health and, your relationships, things like that. So breaking them into actionable steps and writing down those goals is crucial to really anything that you want to accomplish. So this gives you a sense of control and it gives you momentum. So self-care could be rest, relaxation. Everyone needs to recharge their energy. Balance is the key to sustainable success. You've got to be balanced, and that means you've got to take care of you. And by committing to these habits, you'll stay aligned with your vision and you'll consistently be able to take action towards your goals. But you have to take care of yourself. So self-care can mean, a lot of things to a lot of different people. Rest and relaxation is important. Maybe self-care for you is taking a weekend trip here and there. Maybe every 3 months go on a weekend getaway with your spouse or by yourself. Maybe it's a spa day. Maybe it's, I don't know, getting your hair done, getting your nails done, just, pampering yourself in some way. Maybe self-care for you is going outside in nature and just sitting and meditating and grounding yourself. I love that. I love going outside. We have a meditation platform out in the backyard, and I love in the spring, because it's too cold right now, it's wintertime, but in the spring, sitting on that meditation platform and just looking out into the fields and the trees and just focusing on, my inner being, my higher self, my goals, my dreams, and just meditating and grounding. So whatever self-care looks like to you, do that. And it helps you maintain a healthy balance in your life between your business, your personal, and then your spiritual. It helps to really keep those things in check, and it really helps you be a better business owner, CEO, entrepreneur. All right. So let's do a quick recap. Your high vibe money and magic blueprint is first, master your mindset. And along with that, like I said in the beginning, decision, right? You've got to master your mindset and really get yourself into a positive place to where you think, what if I can? What if it works instead of I can't? So get yourself into that positive mindset and then make a decision. Decide that it's going to happen. Decide that you're going to succeed. Decide that nothing is going to stop you. Next is building those strong business foundations. That can be, setting your processes in place, getting everything organized. Then create a magnetic brand and marketing. We go much more in depth in the program that I'm getting ready to show you, but just for this purpose, just creating a magnetic brand and marketing, that would be, your logo, your color, your fonts, your website, and then your marketing materials, and then your story, right? Your story and who you are marketing to, getting all of that in place and figuring out exactly what that is for you and your business. And then scale with ease. And basically that means outsource, right? That means as you start growing, you've got to be able to delegate certain tasks and certain things, or you'll be doing all the work. And that leads to massive burnout. Believe me, I have been there 1 or 3 times. Burnout is real, and it will make you want to quit. It will make you want to say, screw this. I don't even want this business. It is too hard. I am overworked, overwhelmed. So you don't want that. So learn to scale by delegating. And then cultivating those CEO habits, that morning routine, time blocking, and then taking care of you. Taking care of you is so, I'm going to say it again, so important. Taking care of you. Thank you for being here today. Make sure you implement the steps we talked about in the blueprint and start growing your business today.